why Btzalel is name called Btzalel? The Gemara in Bרכות, in the 9th Perek Haroye, Omar Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani, Omar Rabbi Yonason, Btzalel Hashem Chochmoso. In the name Btzalel, you can tell how smart he was. Beshosh Omar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe, Lech emor lo leBtzalel, Aseh li Mishkan, Aron veKelim. Holach Moshe veHofach. Omar lo, Aseh li Aron veKelim uMishkan. Moshe told Btzalel, the seder is to make the kelim first, and afterwards the mishkan. Btzalel says, Minhago shel olam, odom bone bayis, ve'achar kach machniz letoicho kelim. A person usually builds a house, and afterwards he fills the ram with utensils. Ve'ato omer li aseh li oron vekelim, and afterwards the mishkan. Kelim shani oseh leheichon achniseim. Where in the world will I put those kelim that I'm going to make first? Shema kach omar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Aseh mishkon aron vekelim. Omar lo, Btzalel kel hoyiso. Veyodato. You were in the shadow of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You were in the tzel of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and you knew. Omar Rav Yehuda Omar Rav, Yudeo hoyo Btzalel, letzaref osios shenibru shumayim vo'oretz. Btzalel knew how to mix the letters that created the world. This Gemara needs a lot of explanation. There's a famous kushia that the Chassam Sopher brings in his Tshuvos, Rabbi Noson Adler, Hanesher Hagodol. This kushia is brought down in Orechaim Simen Kuf Peches in the Tshuvos. What is the problem? Where do you put this kelim? Medrash says that the Mishkan was finished on Chov Hei Kislev, the first day of Hanukkah. It was mekupal, folded, and waited till Rosh Chodesh Nisan, 3 months later. To be exact, Chov Gimel Ador, Shiva Yemei Meluim. Until then, what did Btzalel do with the kelim? What did Moshe Rabbeinu do with the kelim? They were stored away. So what is the big chokhmah that the Gemara says on the word Btzalel? Because he knew that you have to build the Mishkan first, and afterwards put in the Mishkan the kelim. The kelim were not put in the Mishkan for 3 months consecutively. And also, what do you do when you move around, when you travel? The membes masoos. This is a kusha atzuma from Rabbi Noson Adler. This Gemara Bרכos needs an explanation. And Rabbi Noson Adler answers that the problem was not where to put the kelim, but the problem is the seder meshichoson. With the shemen hamishcho, you were mekadesh the kelim and the mishkon, and without the shemen hamishcho, the kelim are not kodesh. And that meshicho is considered gemar melocho. So the question is, which seder are we going to make the meshicho? Moshe Rabbeinu says, let's make the kelim first, and afterwards the mishkon. And Btzalel says, no, let's make the mishkon first, and afterwards the kelim. Because there is a seder. After the mishkon is nimshach and has kedusho, that kedusho on the mishkan bounces into the kelim. And we can be masbir that the 48 kroshim, 20 in Darom, 20 in Tzapon, and 8 in the back, Ma'arif, were mashpia to the mem hez nevi'im that asidim la'amod leklal Yisrael. The 48 prophets that are going to say nevuah for klal Yisrael, those had to be nimshach before you mamshech the kelim, before you moishech the oron. There is a seder. And Btzalel knew this because there are secrets and oisius in the bria, and he was able to see those oisius and be mitzaref and create the mishkan that was a me'en olom koton, small world. And Moshe Rabbeinu, he schemed le'etzaso shel Btzalel, because that's the way Moshe Rabbeinu heard from the Ribono shel Olam in Shomayim. Rav Shmuel bar Nachmani Rabbi Yonason, Btzalel al Shem Chochmoso Nikro. This is Rabbi Noson Adler's pshat. There is a very difficult part of the Oron that needs a lot of explanation. It was made out of pure gold. The kaporis was 4 inches thick, a tefach thick, 2 amos long. 1 amo is 6 tfochim, 12 tfochim, that's 4 feet long, by 1.5 wide. Of pure gold. Gold bends. Gold is very soft. How do they do it? Another question. The urn was a box of wood, and the base was a thin layer of gold, and that's supposed to carry 2 sets of luchos. Each one of these luchos was so heavy that Moshe Rabbeinu himself had trouble lifting them. They were made of compact sapphire, even stronger than diamonds. Like the Medrash says, that they tried to break the stone, and the hammer and this table made out of metal broke. And even more, the rings that they used to carry the Oran were small rings of pure gold. Al pi derech hateva, it's impossible to carry such a weight with such materials. The Gemara in Masechta Menachos says that Shlomo HaMelech, when he built the Beis Hamikdash, he made the menorah out of 1 kikar zohov tohor. But he started with 1,000 and he went down to 1. We know metal do not evaporate. And Shlomo HaMelech was a choch mikol ha'odom asher al penei ha'adoma. How do we make sense out of this? Today we know that the atoms are mostly space. 99.9999% is empty space. If you were eliminating that space, you can make something very solid and extremely tough. We cannot do that. The only way to do that, you have to know the secret of the creation. Shlomo HaMelech knew how to do that. It's possible he was able to convert 1,000 kikrei zohov into 1. He condensed the space in between them. Btzalel hoyo yodea letzarev oisios shenivro bohem shomayim v'oretz. He knew what makes space and mass and how to manipulate it. The Medrash says, "V'amalocho hoiso dayom v'hoiser." Btzalel asked Moshe Rabbeinu, "What do I do with the extra? We have even double the amount." He said, "Put it on the Oran." What does that mean? It could be condense it and put it in the space of the molecules and the atoms and make it very condensed. And that's what Btzalel did. So those rings actually were extremely strong. The base of the Oran was extremely strong. Once the Mishkan was nimshach with the Shemen HaMishcha, it had some kedusha from Gan Eden. From where did the Besomim come? From where did the oil of the Shemen HaMishcha come? Chazal say, from Gan Eden. And it was a nez, like the Gemara says in Horius. It never became less than 12 lugin. It had a lot of Besomim, and the Shemen did not become nivla, because it comes from Gan Eden. Lemalo miderech hateva. That brought that the Mishkan should have the koach of lemala miderech hateva. The Mishkan gave the Oran to the koach of lemalo miderech hateva. Then, when they put the Oran, it was very easy to carry it. Ha'oran nose es noisov. There was no gravity. There was no space. After the Oran was nimshach, Gemara says in Yuma, if somebody was to measure one side of the Oran to the wall, would get 5 amos. The other side of the wall, 5 amos. Altogether, 10 amos. The Oran did not take any space. How is that possible? The teretz is, if you know the secret of the Bria, you can manipulate space, space becomes irrelevant. The Arizal says that Btzalel was a Gilgul of Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik was mekabel from Yaakov Avinu, all the chokhmah that he was mekabel b'Shem ve'Ever, and Shem was mekabel from Odom Arishon, so he knew the Sodos HaBria. The Gemara in Masechta Sanhedrin says, in Perek Shmini, Btzalel ben Uri ben Chur. Uri was 8 years old when his son Btzalel was born, and Chur was 8 years old when Uri was born. So Chur was 16 years old when his grandson Btzalel was born. That's in Perek Shmini. The Even Ezra says that this is not al pi derech hateva. Shmini is lemalo min hateva. The Maharal Miprak says, Btzalel ben Uri ben Chur begematria zecher tzadik livrocho.